Hello, welcome. I've switched over to what have I switched? I've switched over to my 5070 Ti, so I'm gonna be having a look at that and try and play through some more of The Last of Us. Wasn't able to stream yesterday because I've sort of half broken my stream PC. Not good. But let me know once I get into the game. We'll see what the stream's like. If it's lagging and stuff, I might have to drop the settings. I basically reset Windows. Because I had loads of stuff on that PC. Loads of stuff from old drives that I couldn't uninstall, so I just reset the whole of Windows. And now it won't detect any GPUs. I don't know why. Still couldn't fix it, so I'm streaming off my CPU. But I don't know what settings to use, so it might be a bit laggy. Do make sure to drop a like on the stream. See if we can keep up with the 100 streak. Sonny, hello. Cool Gaming, yo. Danny, hello. Dark Ghost. Game goes on. Hello, I'm alright, how are you? I also haven't had a chance to... I've still got rebar off, so resizable bar. I've still got that off, so this should hopefully work okay. I didn't get a chance to check it with it off. I might try and do that later tonight just to see if it has the same issue as the 5090 does. So we can see whether it's just a 5090 issue or whether it's a 50 series issue. It should play hopefully okay. Like I say, I've got it switched off still. I've got to do the shaders. Marina, hello. I have no idea. You'll have to speak in English because I've got no idea what that says. I'm afraid. Where did I come from? I'm not even subscribed to you and the notification came even to Russia. What the hell? I'm from England. I have absolutely no control over where YouTube pushes stuff out to, so welcome in. Just gonna have a look through the settings. I want to play it native at 4K at first. Let's just check. Is that... I have got the text still on the screen. I had to reset everything, so all my OBS everything just reset. Let me know. That's quite big, isn't it? Leave it like it is for now. So let's have a look. At the moment, I'm at 4K, so 3040 by 2160. I think we'll just leave the settings as they are. So native at first. We want to obviously have a look through that. So no frame generation or anything. Then where are we? Graphics. Everything should be maxed out, I think, very high. Everything's set to very high here. Play through it a little bit like this. I did actually play... I played for like half an hour off stream. So I might be a little bit further. I wasn't really that much further. I just basically got out that... What was it? It was like a hospital area.
It's me.
Okay, it does look like it's lagging. Hang on. Okay, sorry, it was lagging a bit, so I've turned it down. I'm streaming. I think so. I mean, what's the output? Is there 4K output on YouTube? Sorry, hang on.
You okay?
Christ.
There should be 4K output on YouTube, but I can't actually see if it is or not because in the YouTube studio, it only gives me up to 480p, so I can't actually even see.
She's hiding out in this aquarium. Okay. Come on. Let's get you cleaned up.
Wouldn't be surprised if it's a 50 series issue. Well, no, it seems like a resizable bar thing, and I don't know if that's actually an issue. It seems to be with 9800X3Ds. If you have any other CPU, it doesn't seem to have the bug. So it's either an issue between 50 series and 9800X3D, or it's maybe like a motherboard issue between 9800X3D or 5090. You know, it's like one of these issues. But it's resizable bar, so not it might have maybe been looked into more, but I didn't. I've been so busy, I haven't looked to see if there's any like known investigation as to why it's happening. How's the delay at 4K? It definitely adds a lot. Noah, hello.
Later talk.
Now, I'll obviously play through this cutscene at the moment, so we want to see sort of actual gameplay. So I'll keep the settings as they are for now, till we get into a bit more gameplay. Did I try a BIOS update? I'm already on the latest version. There's no BIOS version I could update to. I have the latest one. It's not that though, because it's just an issue with this game and resizable bar, because every other game's fine. It wouldn't seem like it was a BIOS thing, like an actual update. From how I understand it, normally games which cause an issue with resizable bar are normally automatically disabled from like a driver level. Nvidia normally disables stuff so that it doesn't cause a conflict in the game. But there's been no obviously patch for this game, so I'm assuming that's maybe where the issue is. Because in this you can, from like Nvidia Profile Inspector, from the driver level, you can disable resizable bar, but it doesn't seem to fix the issue. It has to be from the BIOS, from what I tested. So it's kind of it is a little bit of a weird one. So in the game at the moment, at least, look, just under 100 FPS. That's pretty good so far. But you want to obviously probably see it in a bit more of an open area to get a bit of a better idea. We'll see how it goes. This is the room from part 1, isn't it? I believe. Or it looks like the same. Yeah, it's in here. Yeah, this is the room. Is this with DLSS? No, this is native 4K at the moment.
Most people have left already. I don't know which group I'm gonna join. I was one of the ones that wanted to go after the smuggler and the girl. They said, even if we found her or by some miracle found someone else that's immune, it made no difference. Because the only person who could develop a vaccine is dead. Or by some miracle found someone else that's immune, it made no difference. Found someone else that's immune, it made no difference. Because the only person...
Ellie! Come here. turning off in the middle of the night like that? You talk to me. You don't just leave me a goddamn note.
You found out. That says comparable to 97XT. It looks fairly similar at the moment, doesn't it? I have to see what it's like in a bigger, more open area. But it looks fairly similar at the moment.
If you lie to me one more time, I'm gone. You will never see me again. But if you tell me the truth, I'll go back to Jackson. No matter what it is.
GPU memory 70, AMD 90 come May. I don't know, what's that mean?
Just say it.
Come May.
Joel.
What FPS? I actually did I had a short earlier at 1440p, but it depends where you are. It can be, sort of be anywhere from like 100 to 130. In that range. In the really heavy areas, it'll probably be 100 or just about there at 1440p. But then some other areas, you'll probably see 120 and maybe a little bit more. It depends. There's quite a range of FPS on this game. Like in the more earlier parts of the game, you'll probably get higher.
So I stopped them.
Oh yeah, you said 5800X 3D. Sorry, I thought you said 9800X 3D. It might be, yeah, it possibly be slightly lower. That's the FPS with the 9800X 3D. Sorry, I thought I read that as 98 instead of 58. It still won't probably be too far off that, but it'll obviously probably be a bit less.
I'll go back. But we're done.
She mad, bro. You bought an Aorus 5070 Ti? Nice. How much was that? Like 10,000? Oh no, I'm thinking of the Astral. Is there even an Astral 5070 Ti? I think a 3900K bottleneck, possibly. I mean, the 9800X 3D sometimes struggles.
Jesse?
It's in here, even at, in this game, it's really CPU heavy. We had, I think it was on the 5090, I hit like 91 or 92% usage on the 9800X 3D. I mean, the 3900K there will be using probably like 200 watts or something. In that scenario. So I'm going to play through just the game a little with settings like this, just so we get a good range. Because at the moment it's mostly sort of 90 to 100, isn't it? I think in a bigger outdoor area, it probably could drop more to maybe 70 or 80, which would be more in line with the 9070 XT in the sort of open areas. I do have DLSS 4 for overridden as well, so we can check that out. Definitely is a bit more stuttery though. I do think the lows seem worse than Nvidia GPUs for this game. compared to what we saw on the 9070 XT. Like, you're seeing frame time there, look.
She had a rough night. Barely could get her to keep water down.
You should have woken me up.
What about 97X? 97X, what's that? 9070 XT? Is it a bottleneck? With what, 3900K?
I get why you came out here. But we gotta take her back. She needs real care and she's not gonna get that.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, if you're buying it, if you're set on buying the GPU, you might as well just get it anyway and then see what it's like. It's going to vary game to game anyway, depending on how CPU heavy the game is, and also what resolution you're playing. I don't know what resolution you're playing. It's going to obviously bottleneck more at lower resolution. And then if it's really bad, then you'll just have to you'll have to get a new CPU, won't you? It won't be terrible, like it'll probably be manageable, but you wouldn't necessarily be getting the most performance out of it. You could still use it okay.
Tommy hasn't found Abby yet. We'll post up there until he does.
Just it wouldn't be the absolute max performance you could have unless you had like
Leaving Dina by herself?
you know, like you say, like a 9800 X3 or something. You obviously wouldn't be getting the same performance, but it'll still be fine to use.
I'll just meet you up front.
Did I undervolt my 9800 X3D? No, it's just all stock. I did play around with it when I first got the CPU, but the one that I had to RMA, and to be honest, I've been kind of scared to do it since. This CPU's been working okay, so I don't really want to mess around with it too much.
I need you to lock the door for us. Okay.
Yeah, seeing it in this bit, look, dip down a little bit more, 70. It's kind of more what I expect in a bit more of a demanding area. So we'll sit at this area here.
Aquarium along the shore. Should be down this way.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, this here, probably a little bit more in line with what I was expecting. So heading into this way, you do see a bit more 80 to 90, but then going back this way, it dips into the 70s, which is pretty much where I sort of would think it would be in the really more demanding areas. Definitely does stutter a lot more, though. I'm not noticing too much visual stuttering, but the frame time is definitely far more stuttery on Nvidia GPUs than AMD GPUs. Those lows, 0.1% low of 42. That would definitely be better on the 9070 XT, but I think performance looks actually very similar, to be honest. In the most demanding areas on the 9070 XT, I think we had pretty much the same, like 70 to 80. I know in that opening scene, I think we had fairly similar FPS.
So we're hoping to find Tommy at the aquarium. I didn't.
And on the rest of the GPU, VRAM doesn't look too bad. 12.2, so we have enough there. Even power, it's doing this quite well on power, 260 watts.
Nora said Abby's hiding out.
It's obviously doing this at like a, what's that? A good 60 watts less than the 9070 XT.
No, former fireflies.
What kind of falling out?
Which is pretty efficient.
Smuggler, and they disagreed about some goods. Fight broke out, some of them died. Guess they wanted payback.
Damn. That change anything for you?
Nope.
If you're at 4K, you probably won't notice so much of a bottleneck, but 1080p you might notice more. I think it'd be fine to use the 3900K. It'll just mean, like I say, you won't be getting the absolute maximum performance you could be getting, you know? So if that bothers you, then yeah, you obviously would need a better CPU, but it might not bother you so much. Bears love gaming. Hello. Do bears love gaming? Imagine a bear trying to hold a controller. I feel like it'd probably destroy it with its claws, trying to hold it. You tried a B580, nice. Oh, what? It didn't run good at that, did it? What's that? 5120-400. That's a 1400. That's a odd resolution. Yeah, it probably would have. It's more of a 1080p card, so.
I see a light through here.
Jammed?
Yeah. You ever worried they're gonna come?
Sorry, it's getting pretty nice wattage undervolted. Well, the thing is, I'm not really that bothered by the wattage as it is, to be honest. I came from a 4900K, so
I mean, we're going through a lot.
using 76 watts in a game for me is like a dream in comparison. I will do maybe at some point.
Something Joel did.
I wanted to give it a good couple of months of solid, because when I had to RMA the CPU, I didn't have a computer for like 2-3 weeks,
Trying to kill everyone
and I
around
don't want to have to.
them. They shot you on
It makes me
sight,
nervous
huh?
thinking about doing that again. So in maybe a month or two, once I've been able to test it a good enough amount, maybe I'll mess around with it a bit more. But
Couple days.
I'm not really that fussed by the power, to be honest.
Fucked up a bunch of wolves. You'd have been impressed.
I bet. You don't cross that girl.
This resolution, yeah, we'll switch the resolution down a little bit. I just want to give it a little play through just to get a rough idea. We see different areas and stuff. It does mostly seem, for the, you know, most of it, probably looking at 90 to 100. Indoors, you do definitely obviously get more, as we've seen when I've played this the last couple of days. I do want to see, you know, those areas you get where there's loads of spores? That absolutely wrecks the FPS. The thing will be, though, is trying to playing it through. I don't know where those areas are. It'll just be if we happen to come across one, which you would expect at some point we just do come across one of those areas, but I don't remember where the like next one would be in comparative to the story. Ellis, hello. Mars, hello. Ben? Is that Ben or Bean? Hi, Bean. Mr. Bean.
Why didn't she tell me about it? The pregnancy.
Listen, I'm sure she'll tell you about it when she...
Oh, you were talking about undervolting the 9070 XT. Oh, I thought you were talking about the 9800X 3D. Oh, I've misunderstood what you meant. I thought you were talking about the 9800X 3D undervolt. You know, I had to RMA that. That's why I'm not that bothered about it. But I have played around with the 9070 XT. I thought you were talking about the CPU. Do I have a bow and arrow? Sorry. Feels like a while since I played this game. It's only a couple of days.
Colin! Ambush! Ambush! It came from that way!
How do they see me already? That's not right.
Oh, shit!
Do they see us? Oh, we do now because he shot.
Fuck! Shit!
Not quite sure what happened there because I feel like they didn't see me. And yet he still started shooting. a bit of doo-doo here.
Let's go! Quick and clean. Comb this entire area. They're around here somewhere.
Oh, that is brutal, that. Are we good? No, we're not done. Is my silencer broken? I can't... It looks broken, doesn't it? Oh, it is now.
That'll do it.
Get another one.
These wolves, man. So trigger happy.
They're at war with this fucked up cult.
Heard them talk about it. Seraphines or something. Seraphites.
Scars is all I've heard them called.
Let's, I'll tell you what I do want to do. I think we only had TAA, so I'm going to switch on some DLAA as well, just see what the performance is like with that.
Into any?
And then we can check out some DLSS. In your first message, I was talking about CPU. Oh, okay. Yes, I got a bit confused, I think. You know, I have played around with the 9070 XT. I don't tend to do it so much on stream because in the past I do it and it crashes and stuff, and it's sometimes a little bit of a pain, but off stream I've done it a bit more. We did increase power usage and stuff as well a little bit on stream. Didn't really see that significant a difference when we did that, but... Master Predator, hello. Still didn't notice actually the usage here. So it does to me look like it still has the similar issue to the 5090, so it could be a 50 series thing because my usage does still fluctuate between like 92% and 100%. So like I say, later on I'll switch resizable bar off and I'll test and see if it gives me the same issue, and I can tomorrow maybe let you guys know if it's the same, and then we know it's definitely a 50 series thing. Look at this scene here. How good does that look? That looks well good.
What's up with all these posters?
It's a bunch of comics. Wait, what was happening here?
A gathering for people who were
5070 Ti or 9070 XT. I don't know. It's a tough. I think it really depends. It depends on what's important to you, and also massively depends on what the price is like, what country you're in, because it varies a lot. If there's a huge gap in price and the 9070 XT is way cheaper, then that becomes like a way better deal. But if the prices are fairly similar, then it becomes more of a like how important is like ray tracing performance to you, or how important is DLSS 4 compared to FSR 4, stuff like this. Oh, look at the lighting here. That looks really good.
What were you saying? Before?
FSR for native AA. Yeah, I mean, native AA and DLAA, I think pretty much were the same at 4K. I think even before
Pretty hard to hide.
FSR 4, they were pretty much the same. You're not really going to notice the anti-aliasing that much at 4K, to be honest. There was already not much of a gap really between those. Probably notice it more at like 1080p maybe, but not really at 4K.
this mess?
The Aquarium. It's right next to that Ferris wheel.
5070 Ti is slightly better.
Probably has the same info.
Yeah, I think it's going to obviously depend too on the games you play. There are definitely games that prefer AMD GPUs, which you'd maybe see more performance. But sort of the biggest comparisons really between the two, I'd say, was obviously ray tracing performance, if that's important to you. The like upscaling, I'd say DLSS 4 overall is probably still slightly better as like an overall average. There are definitely games where there's not really much difference. But as an overall average across all games, DLSS 4 still probably is slightly better, if that's important to you. And then power consumption too, in terms of just by default, the obviously 5070 Ti is going to be better, like have better power efficiency, if that's also important to you. And then even maybe in terms of encoding, the NVENC encoder, I think AMD's is a lot better. I can't talk too much on it because I haven't actually used the new AMD one yet. I need to try and do a stream sometime to have a look at it. But previously, in my opinion, Nvidia's like Nvidia NVENC's always been a bit better as well.
This way.
Okay.
Capcom games. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, any console port like this game, for example, normally performs better on Nvidia as well. So we've seen stuff recently like God of War, Horizon, Forbidden West. Most console ports, because they're obviously initially built for console, which prefers AMD. Kind of similar with Call of Duty. Normally always does better with AMD as well. Damn, bro. Can they climb through that?
Watch it!
I'm gonna keep it on the low key.
I think so.
Is this the right way? This is the thing with this game, is I never want to miss an area, you know? I don't want to go too far where I then can't go back and explore around. I'm going to switch some DLSS on now, so I'll put it to DLSS quality here. I can also show you as well, just for the sakes of testing, if I'll quickly pull up the Nvidia app and just show you. If I show you the I've overridden it, just so it's easy to see. I can't actually see. Okay, where are we? So you're seeing here DLSS override. I'm on. This is a bit of a big. You see here I'm on Last of Us Part 2. Come in here. I've got it set to the latest here, which is DLSS 4. So that's what we're using in the game. At least DLSS 4 image upscaling. It doesn't support multi-frame generation, so we can't test that ×4. We do have normal frame generation though, but I'll just leave it on DLSS quality for now. Does the new Monster Hunter have DLSS? Yeah, it does, I think, doesn't it? Yeah, it does, because it has frame generation, Nvidia frame generation. Treble Champ, hello. Are you still in Poland? So indoor here, at least, getting 120 there. That will dip once we get outside, but it's a nice increase of FPS with basically no visual loss, like visual quality loss at all, graphics quality loss. It's always pretty impressive. I think if I remember right, there's some sort of item up here, like some, and then a horde like it alerts some sort of horde, doesn't it? If that happens, yep. See, I remember. How good's that? Oh god. Got a good memory.
Okay, now that's it.
This place looks like a dead end.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Where's the old man? Who's the old man? Do you mean Joel? If you mean Joel, I'm not going to answer it because if you haven't played the game, I don't want to answer that question. Arsenal Madrid tonight. It is, isn't it? Is it 8? I think it's 8. I mean, you know, I'm a Tottenham fan. I don't want Arsenal doing anything. I don't want them winning anything. So...
Go Team Jackson.
I always have the...
Fuck these motherfuckers.
Normally in Europe, I mean, I was brought up this way. My dad always used to say, in Europe, like, you always support the English, you know, you always support the English team, so... But to be honest, I would, just not Arsenal. That's the exception. If United were, you know, obviously in the Europa League, I'm not going to support United because that might interfere with Tottenham, but if it was just... You know, if it was just like United in the Champions League, you support that team, you know? But no, not Arsenal. They can suck a fat one. But to be honest, I mean, if Arsenal beat Madrid, then fair play, but I think that's going to be a hard... That's a tough, you know, I don't know. I can't see Arsenal beating them over 2 legs, personally, but... I never think Real Madrid look very good, to be honest, but they always seem to just win. They always just manage it somehow. Like down 50 series. I don't know. I've not actually tested. I've not tried Warzone on either of the new GPUs. I want to try and have a look at it this week. Try it in Verdansk. I know the 50 series has like driver issues though, so possibly. But Warzone and COD in general always run way better on AMD. It's always been like that.
I would have come, you know, if you told me you were leaving.
I didn't think you'd be okay with all this.
You want all the English rivals to lose miserably, especially Liverpool? Yeah, no, like that makes sense. No, I agree. Like any Tottenham rival, like Chelsea or Arsenal, I do not want to see them win in Europe. But like if it was Man United, I don't.
Used to think I had a crush on you.
You know what I mean? Like I'd still prefer I'd like them to win because I think it's good for the like English football in the Premier League. If you see what I mean? Or like Man City, I wouldn't say I don't support them, but I would watch the games if they're in Europe type thing because I think it's just good for the Premier League. But yeah, if it's like any rival club, like definitely, like for you, obviously Liverpool and City, like yeah, cool, like definitely. It's the same for me. Like I don't support Arsenal. I want them to lose. Absolutely, same with Chelsea. Didn't really see what the FPS was when we just went outside, really. Is this with DLSS and frames? No, this is just with DLSS quality at the moment. My opinion on an ARC B580 or a 9070 XT, in terms of what? Which one? I mean, they're both 2 different GPUs, really. They're not the same. They're not even comparable, really. B580 is going to be more of a 1080p like budget. It's much cheaper GPU, so it's really going to depend on what kind of resolution or performance you're looking for, I guess.
Pretty messed up. Putting fungus in the kids section.
Mushrooms didn't exactly carry the
I don't think the Ark's too bad. For its price, it's definitely a bargain. It's just in my experience with Intel in general, Intel Arcs, it's quite buggy for driver stuff.
Your favorite book as a kid?
And
Yeah.
games, there's a lot of games that don't run that well.
Marines who fight off alien ghosts.
It takes a while to get like driver updates and stuff for that for game support.
Like something you'd like.
Okay. What about you, smartass?
Well, my mom only had this one kid's book, The Root Child.
Hey mate, hello, how's it going?
Who turns into a forest to save his village.
Okay.
To keep things fresh, though, my mom would improvise.
Why does it look so choppy? It looks choppy, does it?
This one time, the boy just let
Looks
the
alright
whole
for
book
me.
die. It gave me nightmares.
It's dark. That's really sweet she did that.
Yeah, mom's a sweetheart. She's gonna go crazy when she hears about this baby.
Sure. I could see that.
Well,
This place is fucked.
blood's still wet. Let's get back to the street.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Shadows, yeah, I want to try it out again with the Optiscaler, hopefully. Did they make it any better when you drop the resolution? Where you actually get some like reasonable performance gain. Does the stream looks really choppy then, does it? It looks alright for me.
Go get the boy! Got him! Sweep the area for survivors.
Fine, and you? Yeah, I'm doing alright. Gonna drop it down a little bit here to let's look at balance for a little bit, and I'll check out frame generation as well before we drop it down to 1440p. But it mostly seems sort of 110, 120 really with quality there. I don't think we really gain much by going to balanced. It doesn't look like, does it? What is that? Is that a dog? Oh, it is a dog. Stream looks good. Okay, cool. Yeah, because like I say, I reset Windows on my stream PC, and it actually, that's why I kind of didn't stream yesterday. I was trying to fix it. I can't. The PC won't detect any GPUs anymore. After I reset Windows just because it had loads of just bloat on there from like years ago, because it used to be my primary PC. I had loads of games installed and stuff on there, and I just thought I'll just reset the PC and wipe it all. It seems to have made the PC worse, which is a pain. But I couldn't figure it out yesterday, so I've still got no GPU in there currently. I think I can get that one up top. Yeah, interestingly here, not really seeing any performance boost from going to balanced, really, are we? Look, 110. I did notice this a little bit the other day on the 5090 as well. Quality seems okay, but the more you go down... Yeah, so we sort of gain like 6 or 7 FPS in this area, which just really isn't that great.
What? Someone took her out! There's someone here! Spread out, guys!
DLSS balance still looks fine, so it's acceptable, but is it worth 6 FPS? Probably not. I think realistically, performance probably just don't seem to gain much from them. Do make sure to drop a like on the stream as well if you haven't already. Try and get as many likes as we can. What do I think of the 7900 XTX? It's very good. It's good GPU. I unfortunately had to RMA mine. I had it for like a good year and a half, and then it just completely fell apart. But it's a good GPU. Depends on the price though, like how much. How am I streaming with no GPU? Because I'm streaming off the CPU that I have in there. Or it's magic. No, I'm streaming off the CPU.
Hey, what's wrong? Pick something up, boy?
How did that guy not see that? Who's seeing me? I don't know who's seeing me. Is it him? And this is at performance now, still DLSS 4. Performance actually looks really good, to be honest. I honestly don't think you could even tell between this and quality. Looks basically the same. Can I craft any more? I can't. Can I grab some? Not the dog. Ah, there's still 2 more. Do we think? Damn it. Did that even set her off? I don't think that did. That's crazy. Yes, we are going to see more like 120 Hz performance. That's gone badly. I've lost my silencer as well. That is not good. Whoa! I did not see you.
One.
Yeah,
This place makes me appreciate Jackson, man.
me too.
€1,000 for the 7900 XTX or 800 for the 9070 XT. Oh, I'd probably lean towards the 9070 XT in that scenario, to be honest. Because you'll get FSR4 as well. Unless you have some specific need where you need that VRAM. Where like 16 isn't enough. I'm going to go back to quality here and have a look with frame generation. That should hopefully boost our FPS like quite a lot, realistically. But let's have a look. It might also crash my game. I'll tell you what I could get up. We could see if latency will work. Sometimes it doesn't work. There we go. Let's have a look quickly and see how much latency it adds. So with it on, we're at about 45 to 50. What's it like if I switch it back off? So we'll see how much it adds. So adds about, what, 15 to 20 milliseconds of latency, which isn't really, like, probably not going to be noticeable in a game like this. Play around with it a little bit, so I'll switch it back on. See what it feels like. Straight away it feels fine, but I think I've got everyone here. Only thing you will notice with frame generation is the lows still like to just sort of sit around the 60 to 70 FPS mark, really. So the higher our FPS is, the worse the lows look. But we are seeing about 150 here with frame generation on. And yeah, cannot tell at all. I don't think if we weren't measuring this here, you honestly wouldn't be able to tell that it was on. Only way a lot of the time you can tell is latency, and also VRAM. It does increase the VRAM. Normally by about a gig or gig and a half, so we're at about 13 now, which is still actually not too bad. It's not that much higher than what we had already. I think I'm just going to keep going here. Is it that way? Lots of games on PC require a lot of amount of VRAM. Yeah, but what resolution are you playing at? The really only time you're going to need 24 gigs in gaming is if you're trying to play at 8K or something. Not many games will use 24 gigs of VRAM at 4K. To be honest, most games at 4K don't even really... If they're using over like 16 or 17... It's like an actual issue with the game as opposed to like a hardware thing. It's probably got a memory leak or something. Even if you were maxing all the graphics out of 4K in, say, a game like Cyberpunk, so path tracing everything, it'll probably maximum be using like 16, maybe 17 gigs of VRAM, which it wouldn't even matter anyway, because even if you try to do that on a 7900 XTX, you'd be getting like 10 FPS. So, I doubt you'd be playing like that anyway. Did I miss a route? Or is that the only route? Can't aim properly on controller. Yeah, for some reason for me as well in this game, I just cannot aim on controller on it. I'm the same. That's why I'm playing mouse and keyboard. Because I much prefer the aiming on this. It's the same for me in like Resident Evil and stuff. I don't like the aiming in that. And Silent Hill. I don't like the aiming on controller for me on that. Whereas like a game like Red Dead Redemption, I prefer on controller.
Maybe.
Can I help? Intel HD 630, the game doesn't launch. What's the error?
Jesus. How the hell are we crossing this?
Want to play at 4K?
We could use that road. It's pretty fucking far.
Yeah, I mean, to be able to play at 4K and get over 60 FPS, though, you won't be consuming probably more than like 16 gigs of VRAM. Seems unlikely. If you want over 60, you'll have to turn some of the settings down, which will then naturally use less VRAM. 24 gigs of VRAM is really only going to be useful for stuff outside of gaming. There's not really any scenarios for gaming unless you're trying to game at 8K, which we've seen can use 23, 24 at 8K, sometimes even 25. We saw in the 5090, but it's not 8K is not really going to be a feasible resolution to be playing on the 7900 XTX anyway, so the VRAM's not really like necessarily helpful for just gaming alone unless you need it for something else. How's it mouse and keyboard in this game? I think it's fine. It feels... I just much prefer it. In my opinion, it just feels much better. I don't really know what it is. I just prefer it. Because I can do trick shots like boom. Ooh. I could do like this. Ooh. And they'll look like a pro. Like, if there's a zombie behind me, I could just go like that. You know? Like, 360 no scope.
Place is wrecked.
You don't say.
I know there was some. I know someone was mentioning it last time about on mouse. I don't even know how you would describe it. And for some reason, when I was playing off stream on like Saturday, I noticed this issue because I know someone mentioned it in chat, and I didn't really know what they were talking about. But I don't. I'm not. I don't have the issue here, so I'm not quite sure if there was like a bit of a weird issue where, say for example, if I aim here, right, it was like the what would you call this? Where I'm like, you know, say I'm doing this, it's like large differences in aim, right? It's like fine aim, I guess you would call this. So like on this cable, I'm trying to like, you know, move. I want to shoot here instead of here. So like the fine aiming. It was like really, it was weird. It was like not working. So for example, there was like a man, you know, where I noticed it, there was like a man walking here. I mean, I could probably do it on him. So like there was an enemy walking like this, and I was trying to shoot like him in the head, but it was like really like not smooth. Something was happening. It was almost like something was interfering with my aim. But I've only noticed it once, and I know someone mentioned it in chat. I don't know if it's like a bug in the game, but I haven't noticed it since. And I've probably played this game now for like 11 or 12 hours. And I only saw it in this one bit, so unless maybe it's just some like weird bug or something. But it sprung to my mind because I remember someone mentioned it. And I have noticed that, but it's only done it like once for me in the whole game, so I'm not quite sure. Shadows, mouse and keyboard. What, as in Assassin's Creed Shadows? No, I'd do control on that. I'm a little bit of a weirdo, aren't I, into like what games I select as controller or not. For me, I think it depends on the amount of shooting in a game. I would say that's what gauges it for me. This game, in my opinion, well, I think almost factually, is more shooting than anything else. Where Assassin's Creed is more combat as opposed to shooting. So in a game like that, I prefer controller. Red Dead Redemption, I think, is a hard one for me because it's fairly balanced between the two, but I much prefer the riding on a controller. And then that explains games when I play like Silent Hill or Resident Evil are much more shooting than they are anything else. So I prefer mouse and keyboard in games like that, where the shooting outweighs anything else. Accuracy of mouse input. Oh, okay, interesting then. But then maybe they fixed it. But yeah, I did notice that issue. It wasn't even before this hotfix though. I wasn't having that issue all the time. I only noticed it, like I say, once from like 11 hours of gaming. So yeah, it seemed maybe in just specific bits or something. Notice how my VRAM now has crept up to about 14.3. I think if I remember on the 9070 XT, didn't we see like 14 or something? Or maybe a bit higher. 14 or 15. I'm looking maybe it used a little bit more VRAM. Considering we've also got frame generation on here, which uses a bit more VRAM. Cyberpunk mouse and keyboard, yeah, same. I also feel like some games, like the actual controller support isn't as good, so therefore it just makes me want to use mouse and keyboard. See, I think people who use mouse and keyboard on Assassin's Creed, to me, that's crazy. That one's crazy. I can't get on board with that one. I find that one wild.
We can get to the Marina through here.
No, we're taking a boat.
You heard them, right? They're talking about Tommy.
We don't know that.
Who else is it gonna
That's like playing Counter-Strike on controller. Could you imagine? Do people do that?
Abby is where he'll be headed, so if we just
What
fall...
if he's in trouble?
Does it even support a controller? I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Best way to help Tommy.
I feel like you'd be at such a disadvantage, though.
You do this, I'm not saving your ass again.
performance between what we saw at native, the performance isn't that different between the 9070 XT and this. They're very similar from what I recall the performance was like the other day. At sort of native 4K in the most demanding of areas, we had about 70 to 80 on both. It's obviously a little hard to say exactly unless we were in a complete exact area, but it didn't seem massively different. Anywhere between 70 and 90 really for both, depending on where you are. And where do I go here? They're gonna see me. So yeah, that's with frame generation at least. So you got an average of 142. Overall pretty good really. You could play this at 4K. My refresh rate's 144, which basically at that and as an average, only 2 FPS off. And there's honestly no difference in image quality or latency. Well, there is a difference in latency, but I can't tell. You know, it doesn't affect my game. My gameplay. I remember this bit. I remember there being loads of people here. How can I afford an RTX 5090 5070 Ti? Because I work full time.
It's Kevin! Someone took him out! Who the fucker?
Who's seeing me? Is that a bug? Who's seeing me here like this?
What have we got, guys? Talk to me, guys.
I don't understand who's seeing me.
What the fuck?
Okay, I still don't have enough for that. This could go pear-shaped very quickly too. Okay, yeah, I'll have a look in a sec. Let's just drop back to native quickly. I'll get out of this area. Go, and then I'll drop to 1440p and we can have a look. I'll leave it at 4K native for just a little bit if anyone wanted to see that. Might as well actually use that last one.
Another dead soldier. Search the entire goddamn mall. We need...
Oh god, this ain't good though, is it? Got one bullet on that. Can't craft any more arrows. Use controller for shadows. Yeah, I think it depends for me too of like... Assassin's Creed Shadows to me feels more like a console game because I played it historically more on console than I did PC, so it just feels better. It's the same as GTA and Red Dead for me. I historically played those games more on console, so it just feels more natural to play it on controller. That's why I play Call of Duty on controller as well, because I played much more of it on console.
Fucking way.
To be fair though, Battlefield feels better to me on mouse and keyboard. It's a weird thing being me.
What was that? I'll go see what's up.
Oh god, I've absolutely balls that. Am I going to be able to do it without him seeing me? That is heroic. Do we want the axe? Yes. It'd be an absolute miracle if I get through all this without getting caught. Oh yeah, I can chuck stuff directly at them. There's no point wasting it here, though. Should hopefully be able to just grab them. Rear naked choke. Maybe not rear naked choke, rear naked stab. Alright, there's still one down there. You know what? It actually doesn't look that many, does it? Oh no, I can't get around there. How do I get around there? Can I jump that? Can I climb up that? No, I can't. Oh, damn it. I thought I could climb up there. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yeah, I'll have to, I'll check it out again. I wanted to try and check it out with Optiscaler at some point. So if it's been updated, I'll, that'll be good to check out again. Maybe it's towards the end of the week. I think, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to actually just go up top, I think. Because I actually don't think there's anyone... You've had terrible driver stability. Yeah, no, I hear lots of people having issues. I think the 50 series drivers broke the older GPUs. From what I hear. I've luckily actually been alright. I haven't had any issues with any of the 50 series GPUs, luckily, but I think a lot of it has to do with, you know, what your kind of whole build is. If it's conflicting with something else, you know, even your motherboard and stuff. Oh my god, there's loads. What are these two doing? Do you think I could Molotov them? How does that mean that they've seen me? Well. What the hell? Where was I getting shot from? I thought I could chuck the Molotov without, you know, I mean, they technically didn't see me. It was just a Molotov coming in from the skies, but... Where was I getting shot from? Is it that guy down there? What's going on down there? God damn it. That was a bit spicy. Oh. Any more? Hello. What are you doing? Dude, I think that just blew her arm off.
Right. Boat.
Okay, we need seriously loot around this place because used up a lot of ammo. I don't know, I've got a Molotov out. The boat's over there. Have a look around. Right, that might be a good time to drop to 1440p as well. Let's save it quick. Just in case it crashes. So if I come down into here and we just drop it here, so we go 1440p, so 2560 by 1440. So make sure to let's change it on the stream. $4070 super nice. Is it better to activate frame generation? Well, if you want more FPS, you're talking specifically about this game. So yeah, 1440p native. I have got DLAA on. We'll leave it like that because it's going to give the best image quality. I think graphics we've still got all completely maxed out. We'll see how it goes. Oh god, I think I did blow her arm off. Oh my god, I did. Oof. That weapon is brutal. Should hopefully still look quite sharp with DLAA on at 1440p, but we're seeing here, look, average of 135 in this bit. I'm going to 150, 160, but look at my usage dipping down to 87% there. That usage does seem to still be a problem, even with resizable bar off. Still getting a similar behavior to what I had on my 5090. And VRAM as well, over 12 gig at 1440p, so take that into consideration if you're trying to play this on a 12 gig GPU at 1440p, with everything maxed at least. Down by the butter, what those people... Yeah, they didn't seem to really drop any loot. I just want to make sure... Is this ammo? I feel like that should be ammo, but it's not. Just want to make sure I can't find any more ammo because I've used loads. There's some... Here we go. Haven't really looked over this side. Okay, this looks sketchy. Not get under there. I feel like you should be able to get under there. Oh, you can. Can you go this way? It was fun up until a week ago. Yeah, maybe roll back your drivers to the previous driver that works. Probably your best bet to try and fix it. Okay, nice. Maybe... What's that noise? Thinking maybe I should try and heal up, but it seems like I'm actually full health. Okay, I think... Let's just go to the boat. Where is it? Oh, there's something else there. Where's the boat? Identical usage on a 4070 Ti. Oh, right, okay. You just bought a 5070 Ti 9800X 3D. Are you cooked? What do you mean? my god, dude, I'm lost. Yeah, no frame. This is native 1440p at the moment. I was trying to find a quick way. Can I jump off here? Might as well just go down here. DLAA at the moment. I think. Pretty sure I left it on DLAA. It's going to look much better. Yeah, DLAA. It's going to look much better at 1440p. How does this card perform in 4K? At 4K native... At 4K native, it's about between about 70 and 90 FPS, depending on where you are for most of it. So quite a big stutter in the frame time there. Look at this 0.1% low at the moment, 22. Oof. That's not looking particularly good, that. Like I said earlier, definitely not as good lows on Nvidia.
Right. Where's the Ferris wheel?
We've got to go that way. Everyone's hating on 5070 Ti. Yeah, but I mean, are you enjoying it? Oh, I remember this bit. I've got to go through here.
I can go over there. Please go through.
Ooh, big stutter again there.
Now what?
You got it for 550 euros. That's daylight robbery. Oh, there's a safe in there. So at the moment, at least 1440p average of 143. It's not too. It's pretty good, that.
There you are.
How's it compared to part one? It's much, much better, at least from my experience. Part two is weird freezing and date. Yeah, that's the only issue we've really encountered on. It seems in Nvidia 50 series GPUs, we get like 50% usage in Seattle day one. Now it can be fixed by just switching off resizable bar. It completely fixes it, but that's really the only issue. I haven't really. Definitely not had as many issues as I had with part one, so it's definitely much better in comparison. Wait, have I not got to... Can I chuck this off?
Okay. Where's this go?
I can open it. How do we get that down, though? Not get that down.
Alright.
Right, we need a code though. Do you remember when I couldn't see the code at 8K because it was just completely bugged? What do we reckon? Was the code upstairs? The only codes I see are on this here, look. Let's run back around. Did I miss something? Oh, he's probably got it, hasn't he? Did he? Did I just pick something up? What did I write down? Dash note. Ah, it's in there. 71264. .40 series, no issues. Yeah, no, I know, it's a weird one. It's it is weird, you have to switch that off. First time I think I've ever had to do that to fix a game. What did I say? What did we say it was? 701264. Go down. Oh my god. This is why it was so hard to do it when I couldn't actually even see the numbers. Stop! It kind of feels a bit buggy on keyboard. Look, it doesn't go like I'm doing it ever so slightly and it won't go to 64. There we go. Sick. I'll have it all. This part is so bugged. Or just like the saves, yeah. They're like really buggy on keyboard. It does jump up loads. Yeah. If you just press up a little bit more than like a second, it just goes up and it doesn't stop. So definitely a little bit of a range at 1440p. I've got anywhere from 110 to like 150. Oh, I've absolutely balls that.
Got it.
We'll check out some DLSS quality in a sec. I think overall, though, pretty good performance for max graphics. Can easily get over 100 on this, maxing all the graphics out at 1440p, which is decent. Oh, sweet, we've actually got a bench here. Isn't this what Seattle's actually like? I hear it's very rainy. It's probably similar to England, English weather. This is what exactly it's like being in England a lot of the time. Capacity. Has the card been averaging FPS? At 1440p, yeah. Like I said, get anywhere between like 110 and 150, really, depending on where you are. At 1440p native with it maxed is pretty much what you can expect. What can I do here? Recall. Is multi-frame generation good? I mean, it's impressive seeing like 300 FPS on games. Do I personally have any use for it? Not really. Purely just tested it. Depends what game you're using it though, and what settings. If you're using it with path tracing in games, sometimes it can be, depending on your base FPS, it might be a bit laggy. Like, have more latency. You're trying to use it in something like Cyberpunk, but it depends on your base FPS. Oh, we need that. Durability of crafted silencers. Explosive arrows. Keep it moving. I did want to quickly actually check out just TAA instead of DLAA. See how much difference that looks. Yeah, I think it definitely looks sharper with DLAA. I definitely recommend having that on. Whoa, I didn't even get a chance. Oh, they weren't even shooting at me, were they?
Oh, God.
They were shooting at each other. I thought they were shooting at me. That's a rookie mistake. I'm going straight in. Wow.
Right.
Not sure there's any other way to do that, really. Pretty much wasted all the ammo that I collected. Wonder if they dropped much loot. So yeah, I think it's probably definitely worth having DLAA on. Not really any performance here. I'll go to DLSS quality now. We'll have a look at that. Should hopefully... You'll get the benefits of the anti-aliasing again with this, like DLAA, but you'll sort of gain 20 to 30 FPS. Which looks like roughly what we're doing. I mean, hitting almost 200 FPS here. There you go. Just broke 200. So, could probably hit 200 and some bits, and as soon as I turn around and go this way, back down to 140. But with DLSS quality on, you'll definitely more consistently be over 144. You should be. There's a nice train spot. Did you mean that? Oh, I bet there's stuff up there. I'm going to check that out. I've never been up there. Is there loot up there? I didn't even go up that in my other playthrough. Am I happy with how this performs? Yeah, it seems pretty good so far. At 4K, we didn't have any dips under 60, and I'm more than happy to play this game at 4K maxed above 60 if I can. I don't mind that. Is frame generation on? No. This is just DLSS quality at the moment. What's that? Oh, I thought there'd be... What is this for?
What's in there?
What have I got to do here? I'm scared. This reminds me of Uncharted. Doing stuff like this. Oh, this is sketchy. How do I do this again? Is that enough? No, that doesn't look like enough, does it? Oh my god, this doesn't look... I think I need to be further down, do I? I want to... No, that's too much. Okay, that's enough. That still doesn't look like enough, does it? Oh my god, dude. Face... That's... Is that enough? Yes. Oh. Yeah, see, I could have gone this way, but it kind of threw me because they started shooting. I thought they were shooting at me. So that kind of threw me. And I'd already shot them at that point. Oh, I'm full on ammo. Can I survive that? I'm gonna go to the boat. Very atmospheric though. That thunder. Unless you have experienced a full 5090, I think it's hard to complain. I mean, obviously I have a 5090, but it's all comparative to like, yeah, okay, the 5090 is better, but it costs way more. So it's all relative to the performance. I wouldn't be expecting that type of performance from this because it's nowhere near the same price.
You again.
Smash up the gaff. Any other loot? Might be good. We'll get some server room. I need the boat. What other settings did we want to see at 1440p whilst I'm here? Did we want to see performance and maybe even switch the graphics down as well? A little bit at native and see what we can get?
been too easy.
It's weird how I remember all of this bit. Some of the bits earlier on I don't remember. At least in this area, you're pretty much free of zombies. In like a flooded area. Probably not a bad place to like camp out. Just got a 5070 Ti last month holding it. Nice. Which one did you get? What like are you getting another CPU and stuff? General tech. Yeah, I'll switch some we'll go I'll check out DLSS and stuff and probably go back to native and then drop the actual graphics a little.
Shit.
Cuz to be honest, we're hitting like almost 200 FPS here. We don't don't really need much more FPS at the moment. Let's see what it's like at maybe performance as well. I just overall haven't noticed this like a massive jump in FPS when you drop down the preset. Oh damn, there is a zombie here. The aiming feels odd. Yeah, I think they patched. It sounds like they patched it. Oh my god.
Got you, asshole!
Doesn't it explode? I thought those ones exploded.
Okay. Back to that damn Ferris wheel.
What was I doing? Might as well heal up. I'm using frame generation. This is without frame generation. Yeah, I got DLSS performance. But like I was saying, you don't really gain so much from the DLSS You gain quite a bit from quality, but the more you go down, the less FPS you gain, really. Because we're seeing just over 200, but it's not really drastically much higher than just even when we had quality on. Oh, this place looks sketchy. Do I have Skyrim Anniversary Edition? No, I don't believe so. Don't think I have I don't think I own Skyrim at all. What's the difference with what's the Anniversary Edition?
There.
I want to just head outside and see what kind of FPS we have with performance in a bit more of a bigger area compared to indoors, because it's always going to be a little bit higher. Oh, wait. Oh, what? I've had a shocker. I'll not get back. How did we get back? It's Transformer model, DLSS 4, yeah. The mouse, yeah. No, I noticed the mouse thing too, but it seems like it's fixed. I haven't noticed it today.
Okay.
Definitely did notice at performance the water starts to like not look quite as good. You're seeing it here. Quite a bit of stuttering as well. Okay, this is weird to control on a keyboard. It's going all over the place. No, what the hell? The waves are like glitching it out. If it still feels... no, it feels... The mouse thing wasn't really an issue for me anyway. I only noticed it once. I noticed it once in like 10 or 11 hours of game. But I haven't felt it today. Yeah, so a little bit more than what we had with quality, but it's not like a massive difference, is it really? I'd say probably just leave it at quality or balance, to be honest. Not that performance looks bad, but it's just you don't really gain that much FPS that you'd normally expect to gain in a majority of games. I've switched, but see, look, I'm back at quality here. The FPS doesn't look drastically different. I think the highs are a little higher. We were going over 200 a bit more, but the average is sort of like relatively not that different. Get about 160 or so here. I do want to check out frame generation as well, just before we start messing around with graphic settings. So if coming here, DLSS frame generation, we should hopefully be over 200 with that. Oh, not quite. Only gain like what, 30 to 40 FPS in that bit. Probably will see over 200 in some bits, but I thought we'd maybe get over 200 in this bit. Could be the rain. Probably isn't helping us here.
Okay. Abby, where are you?
Wait, whoa. Hang on, there's another route. What's down here? Oh, does that just take me to exactly the same? You have to go through there. Try to open this door and it doesn't work, because that's probably what I think happens, isn't it? Yeah.
Damn it.
I think I remember. You have to go around. Can I jump off there? There you go, though. Sitting at just above 200 there, so that's a little bit more like what I was expecting, which is pretty crazy. 1440p, DLSS quality, frame generation on, all the graphics fully maxed. Pretty much play at an average of about 200 there. VRAM as well, still fairly similar to what we had at 4K with the similar settings. At 13.3. It's actually not too bad. I think we saw higher VRAM usage on the 9070 XT. Didn't we see 14 or 15? I think we definitely saw that at 4K at some bits. I think in the first... the opening scene of the game when you go into the town, I think we hit 15 gigs of VRAM at native 4K, didn't we? Most you saw on this was 14. Its power as well actually is down quite a bit. 220, 230. Frame generation, yeah, that's we got DLSS quality and frame generation on at the moment. Those lows though, still 79.1% low. I wonder how much that'll get improved.
What is all this stuff?
This is maxed out, yeah, graphics. I can show you real quick. You can see everything's set to the max, so it can't go any higher. What do I get a DLA? What? Oh, you mean like native 1440p, no frame generation with DLAA? We had between 110 and 150, depending on where you are, in that range. Indoors, closer to 140, 150. Outdoor, in large areas, closer to sort of 110. Does still I've noticed this game stutters a lot when you've got upscaling and frame generation on it. Stutters more than even at native.
Where the fuck are you?
Why would she be here? This is where she's hiding out.
Shit.
Not smash up the gaff. Get the shotgun out.
Stupid dog.
Load it up. Nope, I didn't press that.
God. Fuck happened here?
Do I think future drivers will improve stuttering? Oh, for this game? Yeah, it should do, yeah. I don't think there's even been an official driver support from Nvidia for this game yet, where AMD had that optional driver update. Wait, what way do we want to go here? Wait. There's a way. There's another way. Wait. What way do we want to go? Do they both lead the same? Hassan, hello.
Owen. Really?
It's locked. Get in there? Wait. How do we get in there? Can we get in there? Can you get in there through the... I wonder if there's a vent. What's that? I don't think there's anywhere on the roof though, is there? In general, yeah, it should do. I think there's issues at the moment on 50 series.
Island.
I'll probably stick it out for a little bit and see.
She chose this. I'm not fucking going there.
Then don't. Go back.
Fuck you, Owen. Hands up.
Oh, that's rude.
Where's Abby?
You're that girl from Jackson.
Tell me where she went.
How do we know you?
Where is she?
Give her what she wants and we're dead.
You guys can survive this. I just need her.
Bullshit.
You. Come here.
Fucking get over here.
Point to where she is on this map. And then you... It better fucking match up.
What are you doing?
She's probably dead anyway.
It is not worth it.
Stop.
We can talk
Back
about
the fuck up.
Isn't she at the stadium?
Point to where she is.
Fucking point.
Sorry, that was my Windows. F.
Tell me where Abby is.
Where the fuck is she?
whoa, whoa. Hey. Hey. It's all right. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Tommy!
It's all right.
Triple kill. My god, that's... For some reason when you said triple kill, I heard it in the Halo 3, you know, what is that? Kilimanjaro. Anyone ever play on, was it Halo 3? I forget, Grift Ball. Was it called Grift Ball? And you used to have a sword and you had to get the ball. Did anyone play that? Is that what it was called? You used to be able to do crazy, get crazy streaks on that. It was Grift Ball. Anyone ever play that? You used to be able to get, I think I got that Kilimanjaro once. I don't know how many it is. How many kills that is. Killtacular. I can hear the voice. How crazy. It's like ingrained in my brain. Look at this lighting in here. Wasn't it Reach? No, it was definitely on Halo 3 because I used to play Griffball on Xbox 360, and I never had Halo Reach. Unlock it, Domino. Hello. You ready for Arsenal getting absolutely battered? Oh, where that starts soon. I want to try and...
Where are you going?
I might have to catch the second half. Hopefully Arsenal will be 5-0 down by that point.
Couldn't sleep.
Come take a look at this.
Thought is to head home via Ellensburg.
We're in Falls City by tomorrow. We're doing good. Hey. They got what they deserved.
But she gets to live.
Yeah. Is that okay?
It has to be.
I'm really not looking forward to going through Idaho again.
What you should be worried about is what Maria's gonna do to you when we get home.
We've been through worse.
Reach was your favourite? Yeah, I played 3 more. That was like the prime of when I played.
Section of town.
All my friends played 3 as well, so...
I think it's real gold.
You think it's real gold?
It's real gold.
Let's see it.
I
I played a bit of 1 and 2, but I never had the first Xbox.
It's from all of us?
My friend, I think definitely played Halo 2 on a friend's, a friend had the first Xbox. I remember doing like split screen.
How you doing?
Starts in 5 minutes, yeah. I might try and, I'll probably, because the second half technically will be in an hour, won't it?
Fine.
Try and catch that.
Thanks for coming back for me.
Better than being bottom half of the table. No! Better than being bottom half of the table and knocked out the Europa League in 2 days. Well, actually, obviously there'll be the second leg, but... God.
They just can't get out of their own damn way.
It'll probably be over after the first leg.
Shit.
You got 58. Yeah, I saw the... Whoa.
Stand up!
shot in the face.
I shoot this one too.
Don't you do it, Ellie. Get out of here.
Stand up now.
Don't you fucking dare.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck. All right. Stop. Stop. Toss your weapon. Toss your weapon.
No.
I know why you killed Joel. He did what he did to save me. There is no cure because of me. I am the one that you want. Just let him go. You killed my friends. We let you both live. And you wasted it.
Oh. Yeah, did you, what Model 58 did you get? Did you get the, was it the Zotac?
Dad? 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 Come on.
At the moment, it's actually 1440p with all the graphics max, but with DLSS quality and frame generation. This area, though, absolutely hammers it. I want to see what this is like native. This is probably going to be one of the most demanding areas, actually, looking at that. Might be interesting to see this in 4K as well. Because realistically, look. 1440p here, just over 90 FPS. That's the lowest we've seen in 1440p. I am curious to then see that what that looks like in 4K as well. Yeah, that's the lowest we've seen, I think. In the 60s, you might even maybe get some dips down under 60 here. Just about holding it 65. Because in most of the other areas, we had about 70 to 90. Most of the time. This does look like it just about holds that. Doesn't dip too far below. Doesn't dip below 60 at all. But yeah, just quite a range of FPS really on this game, though, isn't there? Hard to sort of compare it like for like because the areas are so different. I was going to drop back to 1440p and maybe change some of the graphic settings. Yeah, at the start bit, we had 90. Now I'm back up to 120. Zotac solid core, nice.
And I'm back where I started.
Yeah, because it's really looking out from this starting area is what drops it, pretty much like this bit here. Gonna try and get the 5080 Founders Edition. Yeah, that's the thing. You could just be waiting forever.
Not this way. Dad!
Squirrel on the tree.
Where are you?
So let's drop the graphics. Let's try and drop the preset a little bit. So instead of going to very high, let's drop it to maybe medium. See what it does. So we realistically had 120, didn't we, about that? From when we dropped graphics settings when I previously tested it, I didn't notice graphics quality like really drop that drastically. It like holds the graphics quality like quite well, I thought. At least at 4K it definitely does. You can obviously tell, but I remember when we went to 4K low, it didn't actually look that bad.
Whoa. Jeez.
Kai! How's it going? Shelton, yo, yeah, it is. Have you played it also?
Over here. Maybe I can get onto the roof. Okay.
Squirrel in the tree. Oh, what? Not, yeah. Oh, what? When it's inside the house, there's a squirrel in the Christmas tree, isn't there?
Abs? You got a little mud on you there, sweetheart.
So do you.
Where?
Right there. You know, every time you run off like this, they give me shit about it.
Come on.
Believe it or not, they actually care about your safety.
Not watching the game. I'll try and probably catch the second half.
She's been hanging out right on the other side of those trees.
And?
She's due any day now. We'll just check on her and then we'll head back. I promise.
Let's just make it quick.
See? I've got my little girl to keep me safe.
Too expensive waiting for it. Yeah, fair enough. Did part 1 come down in price? Like, how long did that take to come down in price?
How'd you know I was here? Owen ratted me out, didn't he?
He did his job.
How'd you get him to talk?
I asked. Hey, look what I found.
Oh, wow. 1978. Don't have that one in my collection.
But it's in about 160 here with it set to medium.
Not to pull anything like this
So, roughly a sort of 30 to 40
No reason I could think of.
FPS increase going from it maxed out to medium.
Dad.
But I do think this game, if you can push the settings as high as you can, I do think it's worth it.
Nothing. Just noticed you two.
I don't really-
hang out a lot.
I sort of have no use really for 160 over 120 really here. Obviously my refresh rate's only 144 anyway.
I'm your dad. I see things. Like the way you both try really, really hard not to look at each other when
What about low as well? How bad does that look?
you're around me. You get all serious.
Don't really gain any FPS doing that at all.
And he makes you laugh.
That's because he's such an idiot.
I just like how he's extra nice to me now. He gets all nervous when he has to keep me in check.
So you're taking advantage of him.
Me? Never.
VRAM's under 10 gig now though. So
Abs, look,
drops about 3 or 4 gigs of VRAM going from very high to low.
It's just your sneaky way of giving me a tracking lesson, isn't it?
I would never. Is it working?
Well, I mean, I found it.
Notice the game is Nvidia AMD. It definitely plays better on AMD GPUs from what I've seen.
Wow. You actually listen.
You have your moments of wisdom.
Let's see if we can find anything else.
Chief, yo. What was the time period it said? Was it 4 years? It was, wasn't it? What is
Dad,
that?
I found something.
Oh my god.
I don't want to know what that is.
Birth.
Ew.
And look. 2 sets of tracks.
Dad?
It's her. Let's go.
That doesn't sound good.
No. She's in pain. Abs. Come on.
Dad, wait. What if they're infected around?
This area is clear.
You know they roam.
You brought your gun, right?
Of course.
Then I'm not worried. Oh, shit.
Let's I'm going to go back to 4K for a little bit just because I want to see this bit in there with it all maxed. And then we'll check out 1080p as well. We need to have a look at that. I just want to play through this bit here because I think it's probably going to be the most demanding area. I want to see how it does for a little bit. So if I put it DLAA, 4K, no scaling or anything. All the graphics maxed.
Abs.
Definitely is. I think the heaviest area actually we've come across so far. I think we've consistently been in the 60s.
We've got to cut her loose. It's okay, calm down. Don't worry. I'm not gonna hurt you. It's okay. Damn it. It's really in there. Abs, come here.
How do the visuals compare? I think the visuals on this are very good. They're better than part 1.
Over here, Owen. What? Hey, get over here and help me hold her. We need you back up. Owen, hold her. Come on. All right. You got her tight? Yeah. All right. Get in there, Abs. Steady. Holy fuck. Everybody's looking for you. We gotta... Hey, wait!
Dad! What's going on?
Come on! We did good back there. Doc, that girl showed up. What girl? The one Marlene keeps talking about. They found her in the tunnels. She has an old bite mark on her arm. No signs of infection. That can't be. They're already running tests on her, but you gotta get down there.
Oh, part 1 remake? What's that, on PS5, is it? Oh, I've not played that. I thought you meant part 1 on PC. When did that come out?
There's no other option.
There has to be some other way.
There's no way to remove the specimen without destroying the host.
You mean like the PS5 version? I thought that was the PC version,
Not some
no?
petri dish.
You think I don't... I'm aware of the situation.
And you're okay with killing her?
No, I'm okay with developing a vaccine that'll help save millions of lives. How many fireflies have died for less?
That was their choice. Are you asking me? Or are you telling me this is how it's gonna be?
I am begging you to buy in.
And what if this was Abby?
Look, everything that we've been fighting for, all the sacrifices, all of the horrific... all of that is justified with this one act.
If this was your daughter, what would you do?
Abby,
I'd buy you some dinner.
thank you, sweetheart. Look, Marlene.
Do it.
Thank you.
It's the one on PC as well.
Go tell Joel.
Yeah, that's how I understood it. Part 1 was
He traveled
The-
across the country with her.
PS5
He has a right to know.
version ported to PC, and then this was the PS5 remastered
Good luck with
to
surgery.
PC. This still, I think this looks better. It's not like a massive difference, but I think this does look better.
You're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
If it was me,
I'd want you to do the surgery.
Cutscenes that, yeah, I wouldn't say like you can tell. Obviously, it's not a completely. I wouldn't say the graphics were groundbreaking in comparison. It's more they feel like enhanced in comparison. If that makes sense. Oh dear! Don't go in there! Don't go in there! Don't go in there! No!
He's still in the fucking building? Abby.
No!
Abby, don't look.
Dad! Dad! No! 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 Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get up. Please stop. Please don't shoot. Joel, please get up. No! No!
Burning hell, pendejo.
I'll fucking kill you.
Whoa, what are you doing? Manny.
Cleaning up.
No. We're here for him. That's it.
It's too risky to leave them alive.
Too fucking bad.
He's right. We can't have loose ends.
We killed them. We're no better than he was. They didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, look at my face.
Fuck your face. You should have been guarding the upstairs like I told you to. Move! Back up.
Calm down.
Or what? Back the fuck up!
Calm down!
Now then! You shoot me?
Stop! We're done.
Abby. Oh. Easy. You okay, Abs?
Yeah, just... What's up?
Been searching everywhere for you. We've been called up. Isaac wants us at the front.
What? Are you serious?
I'm afraid so. We should hustle.
We're leaving now?
Yes. Vámonos.
Okay.
This is at the stadium, isn't it? If I remember.
Fuck, my neck.
Hey, thanks for giving me the room last night.
Yeah, who was it this time?
So yeah, look, compared to this area, you know, we had 60,
The weather chick.
60, 65 in the last bit.
Oh, the science.
Getting 100 here.
She's a little too excited about her job. Talked my ear off about some storm and I don't know.
Worth it, though?
Oh, absolutely. I can die happy now.
You should. You're never gonna do better than her.
It builds up tension. What the like, kind of skipping forward and back in time to like tell the story. It does do, yeah.
Hello, Miss Potts.
Hello, Annie. Her too.
A gentleman.
What are we growing in there then? That looks suspicious.
I gotta talk to my dad for a second. Grab us some food.
Yeah, on it.
Get me something con picante.
You get what you get.
The scar is on his knees, right? He's praying. I'm gonna tie him up and bring him.
It's nice to see you too, Abby.
What's this person want?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, it's him.
Oh, shit, Jordan. I didn't see you there.
You coming with us to the Saravina?
Manny and I just got called up to the fob. What are you doing at the Saravina?
Hotel and the school are getting evacuated. We're grabbing supplies and bringing everyone back to the base.
Seriously?
Yeah, can you fucking believe after everything we're falling back?
You don't know that's what it is.
At least
How's the story?
station sooner.
It's pretty good. I think the overall story isn't as good as
I should run. May your
Part
survive
one.
be long.
And may your death be swift.
I don't mind it as a game though. I know like a lot of people hate this one, but I don't really mind it. I think it's okay within the. I'm excited to see the TV show, how they do it.
Hey, sir.
Ah, Abby,
How you feeling?
fantastic. Would you please tell him to get rid of this?
Oh, I've tried.
I look good.
Te ves horrible.
Bueno, we have to head out.
Keep him safe.
For you, I will.
They believe if they kill all of the sinners, they'll go back to the ways
Whoa, FPS there. Look, 55, 56. Wasn't there someone else to talk to there? It just said. Yeah.
What are they serving today?
Burritos. Again.
Okay.
Abby, what are you doing? Hey, tenemos prisa, dame 3 burritos.
Hey man, there's a line.
Kenny, what the fuck?
Excuse me.
Wait your turn like the rest of
Sorry.
us.
We're going to the front. Come on.
So embarrassing. Why do you have 3? Go on back.
Now, don't freak out. Mel's coming with us.
Manny?
Did I take mistakenly 5080 Ti?
Where's your pack?
Or maybe it's a.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because I care about both of you.
Looks like a mistake, but maybe it wasn't.
Does she know I'm on this drive?
She does.
And she's cool with it?
Yeah.
Why does your yeah sound like a no?
It's my accent. Come on, stop being paranoid.
I think you get a kick out of making me uncomfortable.
No. It's an opportunity for you two to finally move forward.
We've barely said a word to each other since Jackson. I'm just supposed to pretend that didn't happen?
TV show has potential to handle the time jumps much
We
better.
need to talk about it.
Yeah, it's probably maybe a bit easier to be done on a TV show. I remember though, was it The Witcher, the first series that had like loads of time jumps? Was it?
Don't forget.
I thought that was hella confusing. Was it Witcher or was it something else?
Come on, Abby. She's family. Do it for me, okay?
You do get shows where it doesn't tell you. It doesn't signal to you in any way that it's a time jump. You just have to guess it based on like the way the characters look or something. So like the clothes they're wearing or something, like this specific tells. Which I don't mind shows that do that, but it has to be like
Everything's ready. I'm gonna grab
done right. Otherwise, it's just so difficult to sometimes like work out what's going on. I think it was Witcher, the first series. I didn't even watch any of the Witcher series. Only seen the first one. Look at this here, though. This graphics here. Which was mid. Yeah, I saw the first series, and then what series is it on now? Is it on 3?
Yeah, just about.
I've never watched it since.
Hi. Hey. I actually cleared you for active duty.
Barely.
You could probably get a stay if you ask.
I'd rather not sit around if I don't have to.
No one's okay with this?
Why would it be up to Owen? We need to grab Alice on our way.
Do better.
Do you want to have a look? Do you want to drop down to 1080p now? Just have a quick look at that as well, because we haven't seen that yet. Should handle it quite well. We'll just run through that really quick. So yeah, 1080p native there. Look, oh my god. 200. So set it to 1080 there. Got DLAA on. No DLSS, no frame generation. Graphics, I think, still maxed. The weirdness is even if you go to the max preset, it doesn't set like some of the settings to their max. I think it does most of them. Apart from texture filtering, it doesn't. It puts it to 8, I think. Look at that, though. 190 to 200 at 1080p. So, oh wow, dipping down to 130 there.
What are you getting called up for?
150.
Just the usual rotation, don't worry.
Hey, when you
Doesn't
get back
drop.
to
I
the
thought maybe
institute,
it'd drop the GPU usage quite a bit, but it's still actually at 97, 98%. Almost performs similar to Assassin's Creed Shadows. Way better, obviously,
Maybe we
but
can get him some more painkillers.
you don't gain a great deal from
Yeah, it's
dropping down the resolution,
nice.
like we saw with the
It's also
upscaling too.
for families. Getting you guys excited about the
Just
baby.
don't really gain that much
Seeing
from
what
going
she's
down
doing
to like
around,
performance and stuff. It's definitely obviously way like Assassin's Creed Shadows is probably the worst I've ever seen for that, but there's basically no difference on that game. On this game, there is some difference.
Danny.
It's just not huge though,
For him. Yeah.
because we had at 1440p we had about 100 to 110 to 150, didn't we? So it'd be maybe 20 FPS less than this, 20 or 30 maybe at the most in this area.
Signing out, Alice.
So I suppose maybe
Abby, you want to grab her?
maybe that is an acceptable difference. I'd expect maybe a bit more though at 1080p, but
Hey, girl.
like a bit more of a percentage gain.
You crazy dog.
Considering from 4K to 1440p, it pretty much
Put up with your shit.
doubles the FPS almost, doesn't it? Seems the more resolution you go down, the less you gain, which is pretty much the case most of the time, but
Yeah, okay, since you asked so nicely.
CY, hello, how's it going? Oh, you know, should I feel bad about what I feel like I want to do? I feel bad, but I've got to do it for just testing purposes, you know?
Get the ball. Sorry, buddy. My bad.
Whoops.
Did I see you with Jen last night?
Oh, I've ruined his day, no.
You dirty dog.
Can you chuck it back?
Something for Isaac?
Man, that's gotta be
Oh, can you chuck it back?
She really likes it. Ask her about the cumulus cloud.
No! Oh, how good would that be if you could chuck it back?
Stay away from the combat.
Yeah, hey, that's what you're into.
I'd be happy staying put, I think. Just treating families.
Bit of save actually as well. I haven't saved it in a while.
You'd miss fucking up scars.
I don't think so.
Hey,
I'd
Abby.
go crazy.
Hey,
So yeah, outdoor areas 130, 140. Back indoors 190, 200. So we're seeing this similar sort of range, quite large ranges between different areas. Same as we've seen in other resolutions.
hey, Pat. Can I have my usual?
You got it. Gracias.
Which trucks are in?
Take S20.
Has anyone actually seen the... oh, I forget what it's called now, but... Naughty Dog are doing a new game, aren't they? I forget what it's called. Has anyone seen the trailer for it? I think it was in the... like Sony event or whatever. Sony event's called.
I could use a warm-up. Down for some
Because I always really like their games.
User cleans the apartment.
high stakes. Best score on a full magazine?
You're on, cabron.
Oh. I didn't realise you're not supposed to shoot the other targets.
I like my blanket tucked in tight.
God damn it.
Lady with the red jacket, yeah, Intergalactic, yeah, that's what it's called. It looked quite cool from what I saw. I just always really like their games, so I'm hoping I'll like that. at that smoke coming off the gun. How good does that look? How do I get out of this? Headshot.
Let's get to the base.
Naughty Dog games are some of the best, yeah. This in Uncharted, some of the my favourite games.
Yeah, who's a good girl? Oh, I missed you too.
And the graphics for Uncharted 4. When that game came out, those graphics were crazy.
Mel's pregnant.
Could use some fresh air.
I remember playing that the first time. Those graphics are crazy.
Gracias.
So we've got DLA on here. Let's put on some DLSS quality as well and see how that does. See if we can consistently. Gonna need probably frame generation realistically to consistently hit 200, I think.
How have you been sleeping these days? Not great.
More
Did you
gameplay
go somewhere from the
focused.
pharmacy, or- Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean they always do.
No, it's fine.
They always do
Don't worry, it's like
cutscenes quite well. You know, like the interactive cutscenes.
You and Owen.
I always found those pretty crazy.
What do you mean?
In Uncharted and this. Probably more so Uncharted, I think, has maybe longer sequences of where you're like gotta press E or F or you know whatever.
Where you headed? Two.
But like you're in a cutscene and you're moving.
Two. Your survival will be long.
And your dad be swift.
Only lost a hatchery. Yeah.
Returnal
Plan on
devs.
getting it back.
Is it like Returnal? Because
Nah,
that
it's
game
slow
makes me
priority.
want to scream.
We're fishing up wild salmon right now. What did you mean about me and Owen? I haven't seen him in like 2 weeks. Keeps picking up open assignments. Has he talked to you? Did he say anything? Or? No, we're still not. I mean, I seen him in the mess hall, but we walk around each other. Jackson shook up. You know, I wouldn't read too much into it. Shit! Ambush! Hang on! Mel, stay low! Throw the wall! They were waiting for us. Yeah. What do you think we're doing? Get closer! Get us out of this! You just keep coming!
Damn, bro.
You okay? Yeah.
There's no... This woman's pregnant. There's no way this is a good idea. Surely.
Let's make sure this place is secure.
Right, so in these indoor bits, definitely going to break 200. Look at my usage in here, though, 80%. So I do think you're going to start at 1080p. You're going to start to see that quite a bit more. Dipping even, oh my god, 68%. Oh my god, CPU usage. Let me check my PC's not on fire. 97% CPU usage. Oh my god. That's the most. That's the most we've ever seen on this. I've never seen it that high in a game. 134 watts. Shoo! That is, spicy. Oh, it's back down. Was it just maybe in that area back there? Oh, I remember playing this bit. I do love, you know, one thing I think that's great on this game is when you get bits like this where the light comes through. It honestly looks so good. Darren, yo, you got a 5090 Astral. Sheesh, 3.5 grand, what the hell? That is crazy expensive. I think I got lucky with my Founders. It was 1,900 and like 70 or something. Still really expensive, but nowhere near 3.5 grand. Ooh. Let's gonna put on some frame generation as well now. Let me know any settings you want to see whilst we're at 1080p, because I'll probably play out the last sort of 20 minutes or so at 4K just so we can get the best visuals. Assuming as that we can actually do this at pretty much above 60 at 4K, so she really snaps those necks. Shader compilation, yeah, probably. That's crazy though, that 97%. There, look here, back down. I mean, 50%. Basically, still fairly high. Normally, I don't really see 50%. At least not often, but... yeah, it's half. Pretty much almost half where we were a second ago.
We clear? Yeah. Clear.
So yeah, we did switch frame generation on, didn't we? That's not actually... I was expecting more FPS than that, really. I mean, we're sitting over 200, but we were sort of hitting 200 already anyway. Okay, that's a bit more, 250.
Guys, look up there. See the light coming through?
Could be a way out.
I'll climb up.
This reminds me of Superstore and Verdansk. How do we get up there? You having a laugh?
Here we go.
Can I jump that? Oh, punch it. Oh, God. There's a big boy. Ah! No! What the hell? What did he do to me? There's so many. It's one after the other. They were queuing. They were literally queuing up. Dude, I need that guy's gun. Oh, this is not good. What the hell? There's so many. What the hell? All right. What the hell? Right, my health is absolutely at its lowest. Holy. Oh my god, I do have another gun. I was pressing that. There was something bugged out. I was pressing to switch weapon that whole time and nothing was happening. It was like, you will use the pistol.
Fuck this place. We're getting out of here.
That'd have been much easier with the this rifle. Didn't waste any ammo, I suppose. Let's also have a look at... I'm expecting... if we just switch that off again, I'm expecting if we go down to DLSS performance or something, realistically, it probably will just do the same thing with usage. It'll keep bringing it down, won't max it out. Yeah, 82%. I think you're going to see a lot of that at 1080p. Still looks pretty good though for DLSS performance. Doesn't look too bad. China tomorrow. Well, luckily. I'm not in America. Don't they have the, what is it, the 5090D? They have like the 5090D and the 4090D. That's still in China, right?
Manny.
You got it. Ladies first.
VRAM, just system RAM. Look at this, almost 20 gig.
Go ahead, Apps.
You said ladies first.
1080p.
I like
What are we doing here? Oh, that depth of field there. See how blurry that was?
Abby, this reminds me of your dad's greenhouse. Shouldn't. All these plants are alive.
Still stutters a little bit as well.
You know what? This is good. You two need a bump.
Shut up, Manny.
The 4090D. 4090D, D's nuts. Woo. No, I think it's just a. I don't actually really know the specs. I thought it was just a lowered. It had like a. It was just like a. What's the word? It had just like lowered AI and lowered specs, didn't it? From what I remember. So I think the 5090D was the exact same in terms of its. It was like just a lowered version of the 5090, basically. Which is not even obviously been advertised here at all because it's not for sale here, but I noticed it on the... when you look at drivers, you can see it, 5090D, so... Now, I'm going to go back to native. I also want to see the low preset here. Oh, there is actually a very low preset. I don't think there's too much difference, though, between low and very low. It's like one setting can go to very low. Have we checked every crevice? This dog will not move from that bit. He's blocking it. Also, here's a question. That dog was biting zombies, right? Would that not cause a problem?
Cops dead ahead.
What does the D? I don't know. I don't know what it stands for, but it's just a Chinese, like...
Just keep moving.
There was sanctions on Nvidia selling the 4090. This happened a while ago now. There was some sort of sanction on Nvidia selling the, like, normal version 4090 to China. They were, like, worried it would be like a... what's the word? Because of all the AI technology... It was some sort of like security related issue, you know, so Nvidia had to create another one. And it was just called 4090D. I don't know what it stands for. Why was it made? Yeah, that was the it was like well, that's how you they word it, like a issue of national security or whatever. That's how it was worded. I guess it's the same issue they have with TikTok, isn't it? Where it's like, they're like, don't like that being available to everyone in use there either. I'm guessing it's a similar thing like that. So Nvidia just said, well, we still want to sell it there, so they created just like a lowered powered version, I guess. But the thing is if that was going to be an issue... It was already for sale there for a while, so they've already got that technology, and they could reverse engineer it anyway. So I didn't really get it personally.
Something's blocking the door.
Maybe there's another way in.
Up here. Manny, see what's up there.
On it.
Diluted version. I mean, maybe that's what the D stands for. Diluted. Which is interesting. The 4090 diluted. So this is it with a very low preset. Getting an average of 244. It's pretty incredible. But like I said previously, I just wouldn't recommend. I will absolutely max the graphics out in this game because I feel like it's just such a massive part of the game.
Find you two another way in.
Although it doesn't really look terrible like this, but I wouldn't mind playing at lower FPS and just absolutely maxing the graphics. I think it's worth it.
Well,
Still no sign of.
Let's go back to 4K for a little bit before I've got to head off. Try and catch the second half of Arsenal getting absolutely battered by Real Madrid. We don't want to miss that. It's even at 4K here. Look, low doesn't look that bad.
you're funny.
No, I'm optimistic.
Even at low, look, 100 FPS in this bit. So it probably gives us about 30 to 40 FPS basically, going from very high to very low. Really doesn't look that bad though. I think you can tell, it just doesn't look terrible. Set it all back to that. But it's actually maybe more like 20 to 30. Yeah, it's just, I mean, you can tell, like I say, I think you can tell quite a lot on the like vegetation.
Oh.
Long way down.
Can I jump down there?
Yeah, it is. There we go. Okay, Mel. We're in. I'm at the door.
It is Champions League, yeah. Arsenal, Real Madrid. It's probably half time now. But the score is 0-0, so you haven't missed anything.
Okay, come on. Quick. Yeah, sure.
We're here. Whoa.
A lot of resources, isn't there?
Some kind of boat workshop.
Let's remember this place. Command's
Pipe bomb.
spare parts.
Who do I think's winning it this year? I think Barcelona might win it. How about you? I think it might be a Madrid-Barca final. Which would be pretty nuts, wouldn't it? Wait, what are the other games this week? Oh yeah, Bayern Munich Inter. Yeah, I think I thought Barcelona when I saw them playing. I thought they looked pretty good. Is that what's his name? Rafinha. He used to play for. Didn't he used to play for? Where was it? Leeds, wasn't it? Was it Leeds? What about you? Who do you think will win? PSG, yeah, I just saw that. PSG, Villa, Barcelona, Dortmund. Pretty nuts games, actually. Inter, Bayern Munich. Real Madrid, Arsenal, Aston Villa, PSG, Barcelona, Dortmund. Hard to pick which one. Okay, I remember this bit. There's some... Isn't there something on here? There you go.
Okay.
There's something we have to climb up, isn't there?
I'll hold it here. Go.
I'll brace it with
Sorry.
You still okay?
Yeah. Crank broke.
What now?
Abby, look. A hatch. Manny, just hang tight. We're gonna find a way up to the roof.
Okay.
So, glad you hitched a ride with us. Right. And I'm gonna thank Manny for that one.
How do you get through that? Oh, climb up here, do we?
I'm glad I'm here with you guys. I hate to hear you got in trouble and I couldn't.
We need to get... How do we get through that door?
Hey, why have you been avoiding me?
I wasn't avoiding you.
I think Real Madrid, yeah, they... I never think Real Madrid play that well, but they always just win, you know?
I guess I was shook by
They always somehow win.
You don't think Joel deserved what he got?
It's not 1080p, sorry, no. I forgot to change it.
I get it.
It's, I'm 4K now. I just changed it from 1080p to 4K.
Let's see if there's a way to the hatch.
1080p is about 150. It doubles this FPS here. I remember getting stuck on this bit when I first played the game.
Hey Abby, boost me up there.
Oh yeah, it's a boost
I
up.
like ideas. Okay, here we go. Got it.
If Arsenal
So
could
what's your
pull
idea?
through, you'd root for them. Nah.
One sec.
I'm a Tottenham fan. There'd be absolutely no way I'd be rooting for Arsenal.
What are you doing?
Getting us out of here?
Okay, just go slow.
One advantage of being pregnant. Low center of gravity.
I'll take your word for it.
Your mind was, but yeah, sorry. I literally had only just changed it, really. I forgot to just change it on the overlay.
Made it. Okay. Getting closer to the hatch.
Oh, that was a mistake. I thought maybe I could make that. Evidently not. Isn't there some... Oh, here we go. Salty Spurs fan. Well, in like when Spurs were in the Champions League final, did you want them to beat Liverpool? Surely not. Surely you wanted Liverpool to win.
What do you see? No way out from here. I don't have this one.
How do I get down? Fragnick, hello. It's pretty, yeah, not too bad.
Hey, smart. Reminds me a little of Owen's boat.
Where do I chuck
He's still
this?
trying to fix that thing up.
Yeah. But he says he'll be done any day now.
Let me chuck it over that.
Everybody's got their obsession.
Yeah, like me and dog toys.
Oh, that's not worked.
Yep. And me with my stupid coins.
For There's a catwalk running to the hatch. But how do we get to the catwalk?
Wait, hang on. What's inside here? With a rope.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god. Oh no. Am I gonna be able to get it? Oh no. Hey, there we go. What have I done? Where have I got to chuck this then? Is it just over there? Because one way I was thinking is chuck it through there and then swing, but it's not long enough. Can we not just check it? It looks like that there.
Okay, that's promising.
What do we do with that though? She said that's promising.
What should we do? We could use the ladder.
Oh, the ladder. I forgot about that. And then use that to climb up. Got ya. Completely forgot we had that ladder.
Nice. Long way down. Vertigo hitting you hard? Especially when I look down.
Not that you want a Liverpool to win, you just can't remember the last time Spurs didn't lose. Woo!
There they are.
That final, that Champions League final was an absolute...
Look.
That handball that happened in like the first, what was it, like the first 10 minutes?
Cut through that rail yard.
Oh, that's just absolute diabolical.
Please.
If anything, it was actually an awful final, wasn't it? It was terrible to watch.
I'm not as fearless as you.
It was that one, that handball in the first 10 minutes. Maybe it was the first 5 minutes. And then nothing happened the whole game, did it? Until they scored it like towards the end. It was actually horrendous.
My dad always said you were his best
It
student.
was just a slow death.
He always said he was an idiot.
But anyway, I'm gonna have to head off because, like I say, I want to try and catch the second half. So it's been good checking us out on this. I said I'd try and play through this whole game, so we'll try and get it finished off. Probably still got quite a bit to go, I think. But we'll keep checking it out. Also want to have a look at hopefully Verdansk at some point this week. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Have a good evening, and I'll catch you tomorrow.